Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. As you can see, I've got two coloring pages here. We've got this ice cream cone and this fall girl, and I actually made these coloring book pages and they are going to be a part of my new coloring book that is coming out very soon. I'm hoping that's out on November 20th, but I will keep you posted. I want to make sure it's perfect for you guys. But today I'm going to give you a sneak peek and color in these two pages. So let's get started right away, and like and subscribe so you know when my coloring book comes out, and to stay tuned. You probably already guessed it, but I'm going to be using Ohuhu markers to color in my coloring pages, and I'm really excited about this. I'm also going to try to show you guys which colors I am using before I use them. That way you know, and if you want to color along, you can too. So I'm really excited for this coloring book. I've put a lot of hard work and effort into it, and it is so fun to finally be able to color in some of the pages. Even though I had to print these ones out myself, the book is coming soon, and I cannot wait to test it out and make sure that it's perfect for you guys. And I can't wait for you to be able to color along with me, and we can color in the same things and show each other what we've done and what we've created, and I just think it'll be so much fun. The coloring book comes with 50 pages that I made and decorated and came up with, and all of them are complete with sparkles. The coloring book is called Just Add Sparkles because if you know me, you know that I cannot make a single art piece without going overboard on the sparkle. So that's the theme, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. But anyway, back to the drawing. So I've started out by just layering my base colors, going over it with a few different shades and some darker colors as well. And I think this will be a really good way for me to show you guys how I use Ohuhu markers as well, and how I like to draw things and color them in. If I'm coloring in a person, I always like to start with the skin tone because I think it's just so dimensional and has so many different layers. It's definitely the place where I use the most colors to get the depth and dimension that I want. But then it was time to move over to the hair, which I wanted to make a bold statement and do this dashing red color. I've secretly always, well, it's not a secret, a lot of people know, but I've always wanted to dye my hair this bright red color, but I've always been too scared to, so I never have. But I think it is just such a fun color, so I wanted to channel that in my drawing. And then after that, I went ahead and added in some brown to make it look a little bit more toned down and like there was a natural color underneath. And then it was time to color in the eyebrows. We can't forget about those. And after that, I wanted to move on to the lips and the eyes. I was kind of procrastinating because I had no idea what colors to make the hat, the scarf, and the shirt, since red kind of clashes with a lot of things. So if you have red hair, then it's kind of hard to figure out what colors to do next. But I just went ahead and kept doing the other things first, and I moved on to the eyes and added in a lot of shading and depth with some cool gray to make them look a little bit more real, and even added in some pink in there as well to just make them look extra good. And then it was time to move on to the scarf, which I picked green, which if you know anything about the color wheel, it is the complementary of red. However, it really does say Christmas, and that's not the vibe I was going for quite yet. I wanted to say fall, not Christmas. So I tried to do this muted green, but it wasn't muted enough, so I layered a pink over it to try and make it a little bit more dull and a little bit more gray. And now it's time to try and figure out what I'm supposed to do with this shirt. First, I tried to color in the sweater with this color, but I felt like it was too close to the skin tone, so that did not work. So now it was time to play the game of layering all of these different colors to try to change the original color enough. So I layered on this yellow color and another color to try and make it look right, but it just didn't work out. So then I finally ended up just layering terracotta all over it to really deepen the color and make it different from everything else, and I think that really helped. And then for the hat, I decided to make it match the scarf because I felt like that would be really cute, and I was having such a fun time playing with all of these colors and messing around. I feel like with a coloring page, you have so much more freedom to mess around with your colors because you don't have to worry about messing up a drawing that you just spent hours creating. So I just felt so free to kind of mess around with my color palette and do just whatever came to mind and kind of mess with everything, and it was really fun and really freeing. But now it's time to work on the background a little bit. So we've got these fall fall leaves in the background here, and I wanted to make a gradient, but it wasn't really working out for me that well. It was kind of looking really streaky. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I added in some orange, which ended up saving the day, and then it was time to move on to the rest of the background. So I started coloring in the stars, and then I did the rest of the leaves as well, and I decided to go a little bit more simple with the other background leaves and just do a little bit simpler of a gradient and not so complex and complicated, and that worked out a lot better, and I was able to blend all of the colors out. But that was a lot of fun and added in some depth to the background and just made it look super fall and super pretty. And then after that, it was time to finally add in my extra sparkles with my gel pens using the highlighter and this gold one as well for a little touch of warmth. So I went ahead and just started highlighting everywhere that I wanted to, which meant basically everywhere, and I went ahead in with that and just added in extra sparkles as well, because again, you know that I had to. I added them everywhere, all over the clothes, all over the hair, all over the scarf. It was just looking so good. And then I decided to add in this gold gel pen detail as well and give a little outline to the character. That way she stood out and could pop a little bit against the background. And this is how the first coloring page turned out. And I think it looks so good. I love my color choices, and I had so much fun using these bolder colors since I wasn't scared to mess up my background, and I think it turned out so good. And in case you're wondering, the back does bleed through on these markers, but I made sure to make my coloring book so that there's a blank page on the back so that they're never going to interlap. You can just put a piece of paper in between them, and you don't have to worry about the background seeping through because each design has its own page. Now it's time to work on the next coloring page, which is this adorable ice cream cone complete with sprinkles and a cute little smiley face wrapper. So I went ahead and started on the cone first, and I wanted to make sure it looked toasted and not raw. So I added in these fun, darker, deeper colors to make it look like it had sat in the toaster, or however you make a waffle cone. And then I went ahead and started working on the skin tone. Started with my darkest shades first and went ahead and just colored in the entire hand in the same color just to make sure I had a smooth base to start with. It was looking pretty good at this point, but I wanted to add in some extra warmth, so I grabbed the pale cherry pink color and went ahead in and added that basically everywhere all over the hand to make it look a little more alive and give it some life to make it look not as dull. And then after that, it was time to start having fun with some of these colors. I decided to make her nails red. I felt like that would be super cute and pretty and aesthetic. And then after that, it was time to work on this little wrapper, which I wanted to keep super simple, keep the smiley face yellow and make the background this soft baby pink color. And that was super fun. I colored in the eyes here too, just made them black to keep with the design. I accidentally smudged it. I didn't wait for it to dry. That was my bad. But then I went ahead and just used yellow to color in the sparkles and the smiley face, and then I just went over that little smudge with some white gel pen to kind of fix it and hide it a little bit. Added in some blush to the smiley face, of course, because it needs it. And then I decided to make an explosion of colors all over the ice cream. It is galaxy flavored ice cream. Don't ask me what that tastes like. I do not know. I just know that it looks really pretty. So I basically decided to grab all of my cooler toned colors and just kind of go crazy with the ice cream swirls and just make them blend into a whole bunch of different colors. So this right side here is a lot of blues. I started with light blue on the top and then kind of faded it into a deeper and darker blue along the bottom, and I just felt like this was so much fun. I even decided to add in a little bit of green at the bottom there, but I just kept on going, layering in all of these different blues. I was at first going to make the ice cream cone strawberry or something, which is great and that's fine, but I just wanted to make it a little bit more fun and get a chance to use as many colors as I wanted to. And like I said, I was really feeling free to experiment with my colors because I wasn't worried about messing up the drawing. It was already drawn, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't as much pressure, so I was just having so much fun, and I honestly just needed a day to color. I was feeling kind of overwhelmed, and I didn't really want to create something new, but I really wanted to create. So I was like, what should I do for a video? What should I make? And then I was like, I really just want to color. And then I was like, wait a minute. I literally have been working on something for coloring, so I thought, why not color along with you guys? I feel like it would be a great chance to show you what I've been working on for you, and also to just have some fun and relax and color in this page, and it was really relaxing and really fun. My hope is that this coloring book will be a great way for you guys to have fun and relax too. I seriously cannot wait for you guys to see it. It has so many different designs, from characters to foods to animals, and just general aesthetic and pretty sparkly things, so I cannot wait for you guys to see it. I think it's so much fun, and I've worked really hard on it, so I think you guys will like it. But now I'm finishing up this ice cream cone by adding in some deeper shadows, and of course I have to do the sprinkles. So I just decided to do the sprinkles yellow, and then I did this background stars yellow as well to kind of match, and now it's time once again for those gel pen details. So first I started off with the highlights, making sure to add sparkle and shine everywhere that was needed, which again was everywhere. So I went ahead in and made the ice cream really shiny and sparkly. Again, I wanted it to read Galaxy Ice Cream, and then I decided that the yellow on the sprinkles wasn't cutting it, so I decided to add in gold gel pen all over all of the yellow details to really make it sparkle and shine, and this is how it turned out. Definitely sparkly and definitely shiny, and I think it looks like Galaxy Ice Cream. So now we've got the girl and the ice cream cone, and they were both so much fun to color in, and I cannot wait to see you guys color these in and see what colors you choose to use, but these were so much fun to create. If you're watching this video on or after November 20th, then go ahead and check out the description to get my coloring book. It is available for sale on Amazon and on my website, anchoredartdesigns.com, and I cannot wait to see what you guys create. Tag me on Instagram at anchoredartdesigns so I can see your creations too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video and enjoyed coloring along with me. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!